Quaker Steak's a great venue, and really looking forward to playing there. But we are at Bourbon Street this weekend, Friday night for Valentine's Day, and Saturday night over at the Porpoise Pub in Seminole. So looking forward to those gigs.
Oh yeah, Porpoise Pub's always a good time. I like that bar.
I do too. And Bourbon Street's equally as fun. We've played there a few times here lately, and they're always really good to us. So we're looking forward to going back there for Valentine's Day. Just looking forward to it.
Now, you're in the middle of a competition.
Yes.
And I did vote for you, by the way.
Thank you so much.
And actually, I was able to download a song. Actually, you have to download the song well. And I want you to try to explain to everybody what's going on.
Well, I know what's going on through the rules. Basically, it's a hard rock rising competition put on by all of the hard rock venues. I believe there's 80 of them throughout the world. And it's a battle of the bands. The first area is basically a fan voting. It's before the big areas. For instance, Tampa Bay has one. I believe Hollywood, Florida, Orlando, and then of course out of state and out of country. For each area, such as say Tampa, they pick. Like I said, fan voting. You pick one of your original songs and upload it to the Hard Rock site. In return, in order to gain votes, the fans' friends have to download your song in order to complete the vote. The top 8 bands with the most votes are then, I believe, move on to doing somewhat of a battle of the bands at the Hard Rock Casino. There is a 9th band that will be picked by, I believe, people that are involved with the Hard Rock. They call it the wild card.
Right.
So there's a total of 9, but 8 that's picked through fan voting. At the end of, I believe it's February the 17th, which is this coming Monday, the votes will, all the votes will be cast, and they'll tally the votes. You can see those votes online when you go to the Hard Rock area. And then the top 8 bands, I guess, battle it out at the Hard Rock, and that judging is done by, judges that are picked at the Hard Rock. It's a live performance. So after you get to the fan performance, voting area, then it's a live performance. I'm not sure. I believe there is just one band picked out of that 9 to move on to go up against, whoever the bands are picked from each area, each state. And that point, then they go back to, once again, a fan voting situation. So it's a lot of steps to get to the end of it. But, being an original writer myself, but mainly played in cover bands most of my life, and I have a long career, I've always written songs. And, I really never, as many songs that I've written, I should have probably ventured into the original area more than I have. So over the last year or so, a couple of years, especially with Undercover Betty, because I did play with a band called Cheeky Monkey many years ago that I did all original, which was a wonderful band. But since then, kind of got caught up with the whole cover scene. So when Undercover Betty was put together, we fit like a glove. The 3 of us are great friends, and having a great friendship, kind of the original material follows suit. When you get along with people that you play with, the music tends to come out as your friendship is. If you've got a good friendship, your music is going to be as good as your friendship. I believe that.
Well,
people that fight and don't get along, usually you don't get really good music.
Well, and I've actually, I've seen you 3 lovely ladies here at the Radio Bar and Grill a couple of different times, and you're absolutely right. Your chemistry on stage is fantastic, and people can see that you guys are having a blast, and in turn, they're having a blast.
Right. Yeah, it reflects. I mean, once again, we are entertainers too, and the audience, they're not dumb. They're smart, and they, when they come out to see a band, they're looking to have a good time. If you're up there and you're bored and you're not enjoying what you're doing, that reflects to the audience, and usually the audience, it's like the domino effect. When when an audience, and especially if I go to see a band, I either stay there all night or I stay for one or two songs. And you pretty much get me at the first and second song, depending on how the band works together, and you can feed off that. People know it. So with us, we just get along so well and really enjoy each other's company and playing together that it reflects. I mean, it expands into our live performances. And so the music originally for me has been a lot of fun, and that's why we decided to enter this contest. And we are actually moving more into the original area. We will keep a full schedule for covers, but any original gig that we can get, any opening shows we can get, any festivals we can get, any contests we can enter, we're going to do, because we do believe in this music, and we want to share it. We want to get it out, and we want to get the feedback on it.
Well, now, when I went, pardon me, when I went and I voted for Undercover Betty, the song was "Change Your Mind." Now,
Okay.
these bands that are into this competition, is it just one song per band that you have to vote on, or?
Yes, it's one song for now. The song "Change Your Mind," we chose that song. We recently recorded that song, so it was fresh as a recording, and we chose that song. So the voters only really can pick based on that song, unless, of course, they decide to go to, say, a website, and listen to other material for that particular band, see if they like the rest of the material, see if they, but really it's based on the one song, unless they go further to look into, any of the other songs the bands may have.
Now, I know how I found it, because Miss Dina Mead sent me a link to the website, but why don't you go ahead and give everybody the website where they can find this, and because we're going to play this "Change Your Mind," and you guys are really going to dig it, trust me, but how they can, the website where they can find and vote.
Okay. The website for Undercover Betty, our personal website, well, we have a Facebook page, which is Undercover Betty Official. We have a separate website, which is undercoverbetty.com. You can go on there. There's a couple of songs uploaded other than "Change Your Mind" you can listen to. Now, if you want to go to the voting area, I've been sending out links on my Facebook page where you can go straight to our, where you can vote for us. If you don't have that link, you go to Facebook page, the Hard Rock Seminole, Hard Rock Casino, and on Facebook, and they have, a picture of Hard Rock Rising. You're going to click on that. Once you get to the Hard Rock Rising area, then you're going to go to an area that says, there's a little arrow that says sort. You'll hit that arrow and you hit votes. And because we have held the #1 position for the amount of votes in the Tampa Bay area since this contest started February the 3rd, we will be the first band that will come up. And hopefully we'll stay first. We'll just need those votes.
Oh, absolutely.
But, at that point, you can download the song. You have to download the song in order to cast your vote. And I believe you do have to hit the like button for Hard Rock, so they get theirs too.
Oh yeah. And I will personally tell everybody that I personally have done this on my computer. There is no risk for any type of virus or anything. Download it. You guys are going to be digging it. And actually, Rebecca, I'd like to go ahead and play "Change Your Mind" for them. Well, we got a couple more, but we'll come back and talk about it if that's all right.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, this is the song that you will find when you go to Hard Rock Rising. And check it out, man. This is Undercover Betty, Miss Rebecca Field, and the ladies. You gotta love girl bands. Gotta love girl bands, especially these girls, because they rock and roll. Here we go.
Just outside the window, by chance a secret place, I saw you. Although so slightly charming, there's two sides to your face I see through. Lies. Why did you change? No more tears. Now you're gone. You're gone. Change. Change your mind. Change your way to me. Don't be unkind. Let's talk about change. Change your mind. Change that attitude. Don't be unkind. Won't sell my soul for silence. I'm done with all your games, 'cause I won't play. I'm dusting off the mirror. I can clearly see shades of gray. Lies. Why did you change? No more tears. Now you're gone. You're gone. Change. Change your mind. Change your way to me. Don't be unkind. Let's talk about change. Change your mind. Change that attitude. Don't be unkind. Lies. Why did you change? No more tears. Now you're gone. You're gone. Lies. Say, why did you change? No more tears. Now you're gone. Change. Change your mind. Change your way to me. And don't be unkind. You're so unkind. Let's talk about change. Change your mind. Change that attitude. And don't be unkind.
Oh, yes. That's Change Your Mind by Undercover Betty. And you go to Hard Rock Rising, and you can find that, and you click on it and download it to your computer. And that is a vote for Undercover Betty. Now, we're talking about Porpoise Pub on Saturday night and Bourbon Street on Friday night. Now, why don't you tell us what's actually going to be there? They come up and see Undercover Betty live, which is always better live. They can vote for you at at Bourbon Street and the Porpoise Pub.
Yeah, right. If you have a smartphone, what we have done is we've created, Kevin Keane, my husband, created a barcode. And if you have a smartphone, a lot of people do have there's an app, there's a barcode app that you can actually go into stores and you can scan barcodes to see pricings and, cross-reference prices and things like that. If you don't have that app, it takes like 10 seconds to download it. There's nothing, it's not going to hurt your phone, there's no viruses or anything like that. But we'll have this barcode where you can just take your phone and wave it over the barcode and it will vote for us. It goes straight to the voting area, which is really cool. We're also going to have a computer there. If someone wants to vote via computer, they can do it that way. Because we really do need support, and we need the support of the local area because, let's face it, music in this area has somewhat died over the years, and people like myself that have been in this business all of my life, I like to keep it going. And we need the support of fellow musicians. We need the support of our fans. There used to be so much support. People used to go out and support their favorite bands and then support their friends' bands. And I'm not saying they don't do that now, but we need more of it.
Well, one of the reasons that I love doing our local artist hour is, and you're absolutely right, Florida has been kind of pushed to the side when it comes to local, new and upcoming music, and they're wrong. There is so much quality, fantastic music here in the state of Florida, and just in the Bay Area, but in the entire state of Florida. And we've been doing our local artist hour to try to promote this, and you're absolutely right. Florida needs to be represented on every stage that we can get, national, worldwide. They need to hear what we got going on.
Well, that's right. Let's face it. We have baseball teams, we have football teams. Look at the support for that. Why should music be any different? Music is a huge part of people's lives. They go to work every morning, come home every night. What do they do when they're in their cars? They listen to music. But yet they don't realize that, there are people behind, these records and these songs that work extremely hard, all their lives to be a musician, to create sounds and songs for people that don't sing and play. And songs really help people's lives,
Absolutely.
Some songs get people through the day.
And there are songs that...
of memories.
Yeah, some songs that are out there that when somebody is in a certain mood, they will go back in their memory and find a certain song to help them get through what they got to get through. And, every song in the world was original at one time or another, and you never know where it's going to come from. And music soothes the savage beast, as they say.
It does. And it's as big of a part of people's lives that aren't musicians as it is the musicians themselves. And that's why we need, musicians do need the support. We're kind of the underdog in a lot of ways. To some people, we're just musicians. And although we spend our whole lives and we don't make that big money, and we take the risks and, but with the love of the music.
Exactly.
And, and don't get me wrong, listen, I have many supporters, my band has many supporters, and I know many people in the music business in this area that are fabulous people. But, I would just like to see it get bigger. Bands to support other bands, musicians to support other musicians. If somebody hits me up from another band and says, vote for me for this, I'm voting for them. I'm going to support that act because, I'm proud of them. I'm glad to see that they're out there, pounding the pavement to keep, this area, in the music business. We've watched bars fall off the face of the planet, bars that were, big supporters of music. And it's based on the support from the fans and from the public, the venues that run rock and roll or music in general. I say rock and roll because that's what I've always played. That's, although I love all types of music, is not supported like it used to be, and it's unfortunate. And I don't want to see it go away. I think DJs are great, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people that have taken the place of live music because they undercut the musicians. And we just don't have the choices of music that we used to. You used to have where you could look in the paper every night and you'd see 10 bands that you just absolutely love to go see. Now, you're scrambling to go find one you really like.
Yeah, and trust me, and it's people, and I'll give props where they're due. People like Dina Mead, Cambaz Promotions. There's a lot of local promotions departments out there that are trying to get the gigs and trying to help the bands out. And you got to love me some Dina Mead, but it's a tough thing, and especially Rebecca. And you've been talking about covers, but especially for original music, because everybody is so gun shy when it comes to original music.
Yeah, they are, because let's face it, most people that go to the bars want to dance to old-time rock and roll and the things that they can go out and party with. It's a fine line. I think there's room for everything. I think there's necessity in cover material, there's necessity in original material. And real quick, getting back to the supporters of the original music in this area, because I need to say this, First of all, Tom Parrish with Shark Alley Productions is Undercover Betty's, biggest supporter next to Dina. Based on the fact that, he is the one that's made this CD possible. Without him, I would not be recording these songs. So, I am so forever grateful to him that he supports us and believes in this band and believes in this music so much that, he's just been a blessing to us. Dina is fabulous. She is always there to help me, help this band. She's a huge, huge supporter of original music, and she asks for nothing. These are people, these are the real deals, I want to thank Keith Wilkins for putting the articles out and helping us get, our music out there and the events that we're doing and there is a lot of support, but the original side of it definitely needs more. You're absolutely right.
I agree.
There's a lot of really good original bands out there that nobody even knows of around here.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Dina sets me up every week, and it blows me away. A lot of it, I'm a rocker like you are, Rebecca, but, I was playing Lee Pond's Blues Man, gotta love Pond's, and, alternative, Americana, there's every flavor out there right here in this state of Florida. Original bands, whatever flavor you want, you can find. It's just not as easy as it used to be, as you were saying, but we need to fix that.
And you know what? And we can, and it takes networking and camaraderie. I don't know why, but if you look back, who's the last band that got signed out of here? We have now Todd Latore, who is the singer for Queens right now, a dear friend of mine, fabulous drummer and singer. Of course, he's from their band, but a lot of people don't know that he's a great drummer too. Kudos to him. I'm so proud of him for landing that gig. But as far as an original band, I just don't see the support that we need to support, because once again, who's really been signed out of here?
Well,
I can't even think of anybody. Maybe I just don't know, or maybe there is people that that have really made an impact in this area. Tampa Bay needs to support the local original bands. They really do. They need to really make some efforts to support local original music.
And I agree. And actually, we're going to play another, because we want you guys to really get a taste of who Undercover Betty is and realize that these girls are rocking. These girls are original, or I should say ladies, pardon me. These ladies are rocking your world. Well, oh, and by the way, just so you know, Rebecca, I was told last night that Dina thinks you smell good.
She thinks what?
You smell good. All right, we're gonna play another tune here for you guys. This one's called "Take Me." Undercover Betty, original rock and roll. It's time to vote. Let's get Florida known. All right. A little bit of Take Me from Undercover Betty here at the Radio Bar and Grill, Party Pirate 102.1. Now, Undercover Betty is in a competition, and we want the state of Florida to know about it. And we want the state of Florida, and we want the world to vote, but we want the state of Florida represented, and Undercover Betty is the way we're going to go at it. So, one thing, Rebecca, we need to do, you got to show some love to your sisters in the band.
Absolutely. And I was going to do that before we got finished here. My dear, wonderful bandmates, bass player Connie Bonds and our drummer Connor Lumbeck, just fabulous people. They're just so willing to please, and everything is for the band. Once again, I mean, it's a pleasure working with them. In the 2 years that we've been together, there's never been a disagreement. We just see eye to eye. We're on the same page. We want the same things. And it's a great friendship. I just hope it lasts forever.
And like I was saying earlier, I've watched Undercover Betty here. You've been here a few times. You were here for our benefit after the explosion. And you you ladies have a great time on stage. Actually, now I'll go back with girls, because even though you all act like ladies, you have a great time, and you're up there and you're just bopping around like you're 18 again.
Well, you just call us girl ladies.
There you go, or girl ladies or something. Anyway, yeah, absolutely fantastic time when you're seeing Undercover Betty. Now, Friday night, Bourbon Street, Newport Richie. You girl ladies are going to be out there rocking the house. And then Saturday night at the Porpoise Pub in Seminole, right there on Seminole Boulevard. You can't miss it. Out Park Boulevard, hit Seminole, make a right, and it's the big place on the right.
Right. Then I want to also add that on the 23rd, February the 23rd, which is Sunday, we're going to be, actually, this is Dina's show, Canvas Productions, Dina and Keith. We're going to be actually closing the show for Wayland. We did two opening shows, actually one for them. I went to the other one. One opening show for them at the Porpoise Pub a few weeks ago, and they are going to be back. Fabulous band, and we're just really pleased to be playing with them again. There's going to be a roast for Victor Lima from Tampa Bay Music Networks, which should be a blast. And then Wayland's going on, and then we will close the show out. And that's the 23rd. It's on a Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that show too.
All right, now, guys, you like we said, Hard Rock Rising, R-I-S-I-N-G, Hard Rock Rising. And you go on there, and you'll find Undercover Betty, and just download the song. That's all you got to do. And it's a kick-ass song, and that's their vote. Of course, you got to like the hard rock, and who doesn't? I'm married to a lady who almost lives there sometimes. But, it's all a good thing, and let's get the state of Florida recognized again as the leader in original music.
Wonderful. And you can also go to our Facebook page, Undercover Betty Official, and there is a link there that will take you straight to our voting area, where it will make it really simple rather than go, you can go to the Hard Rock Rising area. Please feel free to do that. But if you want to make it real easy, you can go to our Undercover Betty Official page, hit the like button, scroll down, you'll see a link there, and you can vote right away. It is real easy. And I wanted to add, number 1 in the Bay Area for votes, and we're also, I believe, ranked number 9 in the world.
Yeah, but I don't want everybody to sit back. Well, they're number 1 already. No.
Well, no, we have to keep that number 1. We need the votes in order to maintain the number 1. We're number 1 because we've had people voting for us to maintain that position. If we don't get more votes, then we will not, maintain that position, because we're up against, I think, a couple of hundred other bands in this area.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we need to maintain it.
Yeah, we don't need a Cinderella story where they were in front and come back from behind. No, we want Undercover Betty in front, blazing through, and everybody else chasing Undercover Betty. Now, that's about my time, but we got one more song. It's called Satisfy Me. Rebecca, thank you so much for calling in with me today, and I will definitely be putting this out. I'll be on Facebook tonight, and I will find your Undercover, one word, Undercover Betty official, and I'll be sending you a friend request as soon as I get home.
Hey, Ozman, always a pleasure. Much love to you, my friend. Stay out of the rain.
Well, I don't have a lot of choice. I got 2 wheels sitting in front, and I'm fixing to go get wet.
Oh, I hope you have a poncho.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got leather. God loves bikers. He gives us cows. He feeds us, and he gives us leather.
Isn't it awesome? Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to the hour show that we'll be doing in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely, Rebecca. Thank you very much, and thank you for rocking with us. This one is called Satisfy Me, guys. This is about my time. Mr. Frankie V's here. Rebecca, thank you once more. I wish you all blue skies, dry roads, no red lights. Yeah, I'm fixing to get wet. Not a big deal. I'm Ozman. I'm up. I'm out. This one is Satisfy Me. Undercover Betty. Thank you, Rebecca.
They say they know what you're thinking, but that could take an internal spy. Their hearts are always aching, an ultimatum of another kind. How can I? Well, I don't want to forget. It's so hard to say it standing here before you. Why'd you leave heaven for all the earthly things? Where'd you hide your halo? Where'd you lose your wings? I'm just standing here with my arms out wide, hoping that you'll help me see another tear shed, another year older. When you're gonna satisfy me? Like a herd of angels, they're passing by always on